Welcome back to the channel. I don't have a Mountain Dew. Honestly forgot to bring one with me. So there's like 3 people that ask about the Love Boat from time to time, and it's still kind of doing what it was doing, just sitting here. But we have some stuff upcoming for it. I'm going to show you that like in a few minutes, but we've still got the same I say issues, the same basic problem that we've had since I put it together, in that the rear end. I'm not a guy that runs on stock axles. It's not a matter of if they'll break, it's a matter of when they'll break. So I don't like having to go up there and tiptoe around, you know, with a 2-step or launching the car. I like to be able to go up there and let it rip. So I think I've come up with what I want to do as far as the rear end stuff, but that just comes down to money. You know, it's probably going to end up, if I'm just kind of throwing a number out there to get it where I want it, or the way what I want to do to it, is probably going to be about $700-800 potentially. So good, and a big chunk of that is ordering axles for it, you know. So what we'll do, I think what I'm going to do is, and I've talked to Lance might be able to help me out on this a little bit, is that I want to put a spool in it. I hate track locks. I hate racing with track locks. I'm not going to buy a Detroit True Track or a Wave Lock or any of that other crazy stuff that's super. Just give me a spool and some C-clip eliminators, and that's where the rub is. They don't make a C-clip eliminator to fit this axle housing or the bearings for these axles. So what we're going to do is, at least in my mind at the moment, is that we're going to take one of our 7.5-inch rear ends or whatever, and we're going to cut the ends of it off. And we're going to cut the ends off of this, and we're going to weld those ends on, and then we can get C-clip eliminators for a Mustang, and we'll just use the Mustang brakes. If we have to do that, we'll just use the Mustang backing plate and brakes, and we'll have C-clip eliminators. We'll just need custom length axles, which you're going to have to order those anyway, and then we'll put a spool in it, and we're done. So we'll still have to do a little welding on the torque box area, because it's not like a Mustang, it's different. We'll have to try and do a little reinforcing in there somehow or another. Not sure yet, we're not that far into it, so we don't have to worry about it. But at the end of the day, it's a money thing. And we're just, with where we're gonna go with this car, kind of a thing, with the modifications, we're just compounding the money problem even more, because we're gonna have to buy more stuff besides just the rear ends. So again, this car is like a pet project. It's not like super popular on the channel or anything like that, so, which doesn't really matter. But I like the car, I like it a lot, and it's not going anywhere. It's just, it's a money thing, and I just don't have the money. We got other cars we've got to spend money on, and I got a list a mile long of parts that I need/want for other cars. In this car, it's just pick and choose what to buy, when to buy, so on and so forth. So some stuff you just got to get, new or whatever. You can't buy used. So the axles we're going to have to get, you know, then when you factor in C-clip eliminators for them, you know, wheel studs, spool. Technically speaking, we may have one, but it's just, you know, it's a lot of money. So anyway, but right now I'm going to do a little bit of work that I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to show you the end result, and you'll kind of see where we're going with this. Some people may like it, some people may not. It may turn out to be a complete disaster, which is very possible, or it may turn out to be kind of cool and make the car more fun than it already was, which is what I'm hoping for. So let me get to work, and I'll see you in the next clip, hopefully, with what I'm doing, or did. Got my lunch crew.
Probably wipe off the table.
Why?
He creeps me out. You want to sit on the other side of him?
What, kid? What?
You're not next to him? You want to sit over here? Sitting across from him.
He'd
is weird.
he wish he'd trade hats with you.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's eating time. Thanks guys for bringing lunch. What a kid's going home with you guys. You going home, son? It's Christmas. He's coming home. Christmas vacation. He's coming home for Christmas.
He's just staring.
Well, you're staring at him. That's why he's staring at you. You're staring at him. A couple of weirdos. All right, let's go, kid. Be safe. This, when I talk about the domino effect, here's the domino effect in action. These headers and probably initially maybe these mufflers, you know me, I like the race bullets, are gonna go on the silver car. So it's got those little 1 5/8 Flotex or whatever they are on it. So 1 3/4 BBKs, 3-inch, well, you know, sort of 3-inch ball socket on it. It's got a 3-inch ball socket on it, but you see how they neck down. But anyway, and 3-inch bullets and blah, blah, blah. So what do we do to LOVEBOAT? Well, let's take a look. Club Big Boost. Oh my gosh. Has sort of another member? Oh my gosh. You know, this is probably going to end up as an epic disaster. And again, I haven't done anything with these except just bolt these on. So they got, I don't even know what the headers are. There's some probably like eBay stuff or whatever. But and these turbos are super tiny, so it's not like this thing is going to make any real power, but it's more just because it looks kooky. And you know, we'll do the whole thing like, you know, we'll cut like hater pipes in the hood, have it, you know, exactly exiting out of the hood, or like flush with the hood. But and then you know, we'll do the you know, like Spectra carb hat and just run some piping to it, and you know, whatever. It's just a bunch of garbage. But yeah, so this is kind of where we're at. That puppets got a little dirty. This is kind of where we're at with the LOVEBOAT. Okay, now before everyone freaks out or whatever it is, this is not something that's going to happen in the next 2 months or anything like that. We've got money we got to spend on the silver car. We've got money we've got to spend on Trojan. And so this is not something that is going to happen. We got to work on Rob Zombie. Money, you know, I know I'm always talking about money, but it's just the reality of the situation when you guys just do this or just do that. You know, I've got like a real job and real bills like you guys have got, so I just don't have a ton of money just to spend, you know, on everything. So I have to pick and choose and stuff like that. Now, having said that, we paid $101 for what you see, the headers and the turbos and the little wastegates or whatever they've got on. We paid $100 for the $101 from Pirate. We actually owe him $1 because he bought us a Coke at the track a while back, so we owe him $1. So it's $101. But he's had these for more than a couple of years. He's had these for some years, and I was like, hey, what are you gonna do with those turbos? Could I use them just as a mock-up? I just want to put them on the LOVEBOAT just because I think it would look cool. I just want to see it. I visualize it. And he's like, yeah, sure. He goes, you're not going to paint them or anything, are you? Like I painted his headers for McNugget. And I said, no, I'm not going to paint anything. So I stopped by his house after track one night and picked them up and took them home. And a couple days later, he called me and said, hey, you just want to buy those things? Let me make you a deal you can't refuse. I said, okay, what is it? He goes, $100 for that twin turbo stuff. He goes, I'm never going to use it. He goes, I got more than that in it, of course, but I'm never going to use it. You know, just $100. And I said, sold. So far, we're not in this for very much money. But you know, like I said, we gotta do the rear end stuff. That's gonna cost a bunch of money. Let me move over here so you guys can just bask in the glory of this. We've got to do the rear end stuff. We've got to get a blow-through carburetor, which, yeah, those things are expensive. So, you know, we have some financial hurdles to overcome before this is a reality. We got the intake covered, and then we got to get the blower hat and some kind of Y thing and some other garbage to put together to sort of make this thing happen. Again, small turbo is probably not going to make like any ton of power, but you know, if we hole saw the hood and have some, if we can shoot some flames out of the hood on the two-step and leave, and you know, it run a little quicker than it did the way it sits now, and we don't disintegrate it. I mean, it's a cast piston lopo motor, so the chances of disintegrating it are pretty high. You know, it could be fun. You know, we could have some fun with it. You know, just being a goofball. So I know this car isn't everyone's cup of tea, or most people's cup of tea, to be honest, but I like it. I think it's kooky, and it's really turned out kind of how I would want it to. But anyway, so there we go. So don't get excited. Don't get excited. Like I said, I just named off stuff, and it's a lot of money to get this to fruition, or to get it to try and run. So it's going to be a little bit. Probably like to do something with a better distributor in the car, you know, so like MSD or something like that. So there we go. I have no idea what the thumbnail is going to be, because you know, I don't want to spoil the surprise by doing this. But anyway, it actually, this is the first time, you know, like I say, I just took the headers off and bolted these on, and I just wanted to see, and it actually looks better than I thought. I mean, yeah, better than I thought. I'm pretty sure we got this. We got no light back here in the back of the shop, so let's take a look here. Oh wow, fits perfect. Man, I know what it was hitting. It was hitting this. Yeah, okay. So this would be a problem. Let's breathe. Okay. Well, let's see. Ooh. Wow. Ah. Ooh. I wonder how tight it is in there. No, because we got this our super rad radiator deal. Driver's side clears good. Passenger side is like right on it. Yeah, it actually clears. But I know one thing, I think once the piping and stuff is on it, it's not gonna clear. I mean, you know, we're gonna have to extend what we got going on right here in the front for our scoop. We're gonna have to we would have to extend that, take the scoop off and do some little cutting or whatever, but you know, like I say, it kind of fits. Dang, somebody dropped this one. It's got a little dent in it, killing the flow. So, all right. So there we go. We got a Vortex supercharged car that's currently running. We've got a power down car that's currently not running. We have a twin turbo Lincoln that is not running. And you know, we'll have to figure out, it's a nitrous car, sort of. I said Trojan would be the nitrous car, but we got other plans for Trojan. So anyway, all right, well, that's it. Sorry, a lot of yakking and stuff, but anyway, it looks pretty cool. So thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing. thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. If you weren't watching the videos, we wouldn't even be able to do some of this stuff. So I rubbed those few YouTube pennies together and try to make stuff happen. So I certainly appreciate it. Where's my glasses at?
My trash bag is really cold.
But especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on the Substandard Leader in Fox Body Videos, 1 year only turbo Lincolns, 4 drag vans, proud owner of Club Big Boost. Hey, look at it, look at us, Big Boosting with 3 boosted cars. Only one of them runs. And as always, fight the good fight against zombie Mustangs and Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video.